Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Raw Cloud. Today's video is going to be about the Pentagon. Now we know that the Pentagon months ago stated that there was a mothership just outside of Earth atmosphere, um, and that the mothership was releasing probes. Now, what I wanted to talk about is that, I do work, side by side with the Navy Alliance, but I also too work in the human district as well. When we do these missions, a lot of times, we do use time technology to travel to different places, go to different planets, as far as being on ships and craft. But what I really wanted to talk about is that in my human district of our workplace, I work alongside normal people, and the Pentagon was right about the probes. Now, I did notice one night as I was walking within this building that I work in, right outside the window, there was what I considered at that time was a probe. Now, this probe was actually looking in on what we were doing. A lot of times these beings, now I don't know what side or where that probe came from. I don't know if it's the good side or the bad side checking in on the human district. But this probe, now what I want to tell you what it looked like. It looked almost just like how a octopus. It had arms that waved. When it moved like how an octopus would move, but in air. And it had lights on this probe. It had antennas on this probe. And when I saw this probe, I knew exactly what it was. I knew that it wasn't a human drone. Definitely was not man-made. It looked. If you guys can go back to like the Matrix movie and how these things that were sent out to find out where um, Neo and Morpheus, their location when they was outside of the Matrix, these probes were sent out. Well, it looked almost just like that. It moved almost just like that. And I saw these probes like a month apart. I saw it twice. And we would get our alarm system will go off multiple times. Before I saw these probes, our alarm system would go off, and I think that these probes were tripping the alarm system in the building that I was in. Now, I did have a close guy that I consider close, that I would tell these missions to, and this guy was in the human district. Now, when I first started coming out, and this was way before I came out from behind the scenes, because a lot of us are going to be working in the human district. We work side by side, and the one thing about us working in the human district, they're going to notice subtle things about us, but when it comes to human, we normally see things that a normal human being just shouldn't be able to do. But we say, well, we never mind it, you know? We never mind what we see. Extraordinary thing. Now, I normally do, I can move at a pace where it would take three people to do the work. So I do that type of work. And a lot of people that I work with are amazed at that, but they don't really know the story behind that. But I started talking to one of the guys because he actually used to work in the National Guard reserves, and I felt like, since I was supposed to just find one person and start disclosing to before these treaties were signed, and this was like 2 years ago. I was talking to this guy, um, and I thought that I can trust him. Well, I thought wrong because as you begin to start talking to people within the public, now the Dracos are watching from another density. They can be right beside you and you cannot see them. They can be 20% in our density, but 80% in another density, and they can be right there watching you, spying on you. This is what they do. They are capable of doing this. They are masters at the shadow realm. But anyway, I thought that I could trust this guy, and I started, telling him things about what I was doing, and because when you are working beside people, they're gonna notice that they don't really know that you are enhanced to do certain things, but they're gonna be wondering, why can you do this and how can you do this without the help. So I started telling him, certain things, and I started showing him, that I can read energy and I can see things and I can remote view. I would tell him things, and he started telling his wife. So I picked up on that energy. Now, without him knowing that I knew that he had told his wife about this information, I can see her. When you think of somebody, just like when you think of somebody and then they call you, or you start thinking about a song and then it pops up. Well, the human capabilities are like that. We can link to information, or we can pull in information. So when he started talking to his wife about the things that I was disclosing to him, which he should not have done because she's not ready for that, she started playing him, thinking that this was all shit that was made up, and she just was not ready for this information. And so I'd already picked up on that, and so the next time I saw him, I said, you should not have told your wife this information. And he looked at me surprised, and he was like, how you know all this stuff? I said, did I not tell you about this? I said, look, you cannot push this information on to people. You cannot. I tested you and another guy to see if you guys were ready. I said, you was the only one that I thought at that time could handle all this stuff. But, you can talk to your wife all day, but if she is not ready for this information, that is her free will. I said, but what I don't want this to do is that you take steps forward, and then by her pushing this to the side, it will go into your subconscious, and then you'll start to take those steps back. You won't evolve in this information that I'm disclosing to you. I said, don't push information on people that are not ready, because they too, you can't force someone to wake up. You can't do that to them. If you feel like you want to start talking to our friends, family members, That's fine. But once you see that they disregard this information, well, then that's on them. That's their free will. So I started noticing subtle changes within him. And he started getting implanted. He started showing me nefarious things. And he started building other teams around him. Now, I knew that this guy had already had high reptilian genetics within him already. But I didn't judge him on that when I started talking to him. I knew that he had past lives of reptilian. So does his wife. But he seemed pretty cool to me. Look, when we incarnate, it does not matter what we've been in a past life. What matters is the present and what we do here in the present moment. Our past lives are great, something to add to our current life if you know anything about it. But if you allow dark forces to implant you and change how you think towards someone else, and you do not pick up on these things, then it's your fault. But I know that once I started picking up on his energy, started seeing the subtle changes, he became nefarious, and he started having other people watch me. I would go on break, and these other guys would try to disrupt my free time. And I noticed this because I can link telepathically with these guys, and they became implanted. Dracos and Greys can implant the people around you to bring down and suggest negative things. And they will play out if your conscience is too low. And if you are not aware of how you think, they can ride your ego just like a wave. And your ego will always overshadow your higher conscience. So it is our job to notice how we treat each other. Some people will enter a contract with them in the dream state for them to be implanted. Now, implants can be removed. I have 2 implants, and later I'll show you these implants. But these implants keep me connected to my spiritual team. They know where I'm at all times. So if there's ever a moment where I am taken by dark forces, they can locate me extremely quick. You know, my eyes are their eyes. Just like you guys, your spiritual team, your cosmic family, just because you incarnated here does not mean that you don't have a cosmic family out there. And a lot of times, the reason why you're here is because they asked you to come down here to incarnate so that you can be on the inside of Earth, because there are laws of interference. They cannot interfere too much. So the best way that we can come in here and put a stop to a lot of this drama that the Dracos and the reptilian, the Greys and these other beings are causing down here, because they are in alliance with the dark side. The best way to come down here is to come down here in human form. It does not break a lot of the cosmic laws. So we awaken at certain points. We have awakened to do this mission and try to wake people up and remind them, as long as we can trigger them into these already feelings that they already have, that they are not from here. You guys are not from here. I'm telling you right now. We are here to wake our family members up. We got Lyrans here. We got Andromedans here. We got the Pleiadians here. You got Antorians here. You got a whole lot of cosmic family here that you guys are originally from. And a lot of times, your body is in stasis on your ship until this form, this human avatar form, goes back to Earth, is given back to Earth. Once your time here is up, your soul, your family is going to make sure that your soul gets back to your original body. Now, a lot of times you guys have been sent here from other realms as well to come down here and help out. This is all we are here to do, is to help out. And a lot of times these ET races never been human before. So they want to come down here and experience human life. So they are doing this as well. And a lot of times you guys resonate with that information because you are living in this the mission that you are in. But regardless, it's all experience and it's all good. I'm starting to see what Dolores Cannon was talking about. You know, from a higher perspective, it's all positive. No matter what, even the dark side, it's all positive. But if we are not careful, the souls can be trapped. So we got to, truly still wake people up behind the AI threat, the Archon threat that is here, because the soul can be trapped for thousands upon thousands of incarnations. You understand what I'm saying? You can be trapped for a very long time, especially behind contracts that you guys make with nefarious beings out there. They can hold your soul incarnation after incarnation, but the AI wants to hold your soul forever. So be careful who you talk to, guys, because the people that you can be close to, the people that you think that you can trust, the Dracos will come in. If they can implant them, change how they think, they will do that. And you will start to see these subtle changes. It does not make them all the way bad. It's just with telling this information, there's a whole lot of other things that come with that. And they know how to divide and conquer. They've been doing that for billions of years. This was not the only planet that they have done this on. They've done this for the longest time. Way longer than Earth history. So, and for those that are telling people, there are a lot of misinformation about you're going to have human representatives for the reptilians, and they will tell you that the reptilians are gods. The reptilians are the first people here, that this is their Earth. That is a damn lie. That is bullshit. Earth was originally a humans planet, And the Lyrians, Lyra got destroyed behind the reptilians going in there and seeing how peaceful they were. You know, and I talked about that in the past. So you guys go back and look at these videos, and you'll find a lot of other things that I talk about within these discussions that I have. So, and guys, check out the my that part 45, the plant people. Now, if you want to see some beings, some orbs show up over my head, and this fairy that comes in through the light, go to my galactic journey 45 when I start talking about the plant people, and zoom in. Make sure you're using a really good camera, even without using a really good device that you are watching these videos on. You're gonna see these fairies show up, and you're gonna see these orbs show up over my head. I thought that was really unique. I was glad that they came in, and I was able to catch them on camera. I think they knew about it. I think they wanted to show up to give you guys a little show and let you know that they are interdimensional beings. And just because they are small, now when they really pop in, they can be extremely tall. They can go from being little size to being 7 feet, sometimes 20 feet tall. So yeah, check out that video as well. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys and give you information. Yeah, the Pentagon was right about those that mothership and the probes. And also, watch who you disclose to, because a lot of people are not going to be ready for this information. And the more and more you start waking people up, the dark side will try to implant them. And later, guys, like I said, I'll show you an implant that I had since birth, and I'll decide when I'm going to show that to you guys. It's very visible to the eyes if I show you. So I love, honor, and respect all of you guys. Have a good day.